name is Vila Becken, the Rabbi from Another Planet. Please like, share, and subscribe, and ring that little bell so you're notified when new videos drop. I have been listening to more Big Finish. I've been listening to a lot of Big Finish this month. This has been a very, very heavy month of Big Finish. I haven't even, put, the Prisoner set, the final Prisoner set, into my iTunes, which is where I listen to everything. And I'm gagging to listen to the Blake 7 set still, which again, I'm trying to get through them all. There's just too much. So today I've been listening, yesterday, I was listening to, Nightmare Country by Stephen Gallagher, starring Peter Davison, Janet Fielding, and Mark Strickson. It doesn't have Nissa in it? Oh, that's a weird combination of... it's funny. I listened to the thing. I didn't even notice it didn't have Nissa in it, but that's kind of Nissa's character to be, I don't know, go under the radar. So she's there to be the perfect Doctor Who character who isn't in the Doctor Who companion, who is not in this in this release. So who cares? So this was written by Stephen Gallagher, who also wrote Terminus and Warrior's Gate. I think both of them exceeded the ability of the production office to realize his scripts, particularly Warrior's Gate. And he wrote this really angry letter. He said to John Nathan Turner, producer of the time, John Nathan Turner, and somehow John Nathan Turner hired him back to do Terminus. So this was a script he sent in and got rejected straight away. And I don't really understand why, because it doesn't seem any more unproducible than any of his other scripts. And yeah, I just want to say, as an aside, I think something that really made the original series of Doctor Who in 63, 64, the Variety Lambert Doctor Who, sparkle and glow. And it was just incredible. And I think to a great extent, Russell T Davies' era, right up until right at the end, was their willingness to just go and do anything. They would film, and they would realize anything, and it'd be great. They want to have a planet full of giant ants and butterflies at war with each other, and bees, or was it wasps? Yeah, they just went ahead and did it. Dalek Invasion of the Earth, shattered London, and they just went ahead and did it. And honestly, I think it still looks great. Although, if I ever do watch Dalek Invasion of the Earth, the black and white one, the TV version, I normally put on the optional special effects. Because I just like that, and I like how they try and do it, especially with that release. They did it in context. They did it what would the special effects be like if they had a big budget in 1964? So it kind of fits and it works. The TV special effects from the classic series I often find distracting. So and they take me out of it. So yeah, so this story is a really clever story. I think I preferred it to the other release in this in this Lost Story two story release, which was The Ultimate Foe. So it starts off. The Doctor wakes up and he doesn't know who he is or where he is. He's in this strange world he can't really get to grips with, and it's something slightly wrong about it, and he really can't put his finger on it. Meanwhile, in the TARDIS, it's quickly revealed that the Doctor is helping a bunch of virtual engineers, I think you would call them, engineers who are trying to build a virtual space for them to live in. And obviously, it all goes wrong. What goes pear-shaped? That's what makes the story. So, a couple of things that strike me. Firstly, for the mid-'80s, or early 80s, that this would have been 82, 83. How incredibly ahead of its time. I mean, I don't think we had cyberspace at all then. So it's really remarkable. It's excellent. And so it's a shame it never got made. And again, for the life of me, I was imagining it when I was watching it in a early 1980s budget, and it seemed to be no harder to recreate than Castrovalva, for example. Yeah, I mean, you might have to. Yes, okay. You had a giant wooden spaceship. You had things that you would need to tweak. But I'm just trying to think. I don't understand why this was rejected out of hand. And again, it was a really good, strong story. So what else do I have to tell you about it, other than this one's a recommend? I will give this one an 8 out of 10. Something that's actually really bothers me about this series of Lost Stories is how they've completely changed the cover designs, and they just don't fit with my other ones. So I did my own designs. Yeah, if you've seen the original ones, they're kind of like they choose one color and there's lots of white background. So I did my own version, taking the cover they have. Not really successful, but it's good enough. If I ever have time, I'll go back and do the Ultimate Foe one. Where this one kind of works. Okay, so what else do you have? You have some great stuff from Tegan. You have some really, really great work from Tegan, who, in a very real way, faces her own mortality. The ending comes out of nowhere. The ending is a surprise, and it's clever. The whole thing, clever, well acted, well realized. Monsters are great. Yeah, the villains weren't necessarily the first villain wasn't necessarily villainous, but it had a very good motivation, which is so lacking in today's Doctor Who. Again, I keep going back to Rosa, with the space racist, or the Arachnids in the UK. The Arachnids in the UK is the worst Doctor Who story ever made by a country mile. I've just watched season 23. I just watched Trial of the Time Lord, and even the recreated Terror of the Vervoids. It's awful. Still better than most of season 12. The characters are three-dimensional, interesting. They had a backstory, they had a life, and they struck me as being real. This is a standout performance by Janet Fielding as Tegan, who gets to do something really different and interesting. I don't want to spoil it at all. All I want to say, look, if you like Peter Davison, if you like the Peter Davison era, this is a really good release to get. Beyond the curiosity value of what could have been. So yeah, this one's getting a I won't say a strong recommend, a reasonable recommend. I'm going to give it again 7.5 to 8 out of 10. It's not a 10 out of 10, so it's not a stellar. It's not as good. If you're only going to buy one release from November, I would recommend the was it the early adventures one with the first and second Doctor. That was a really great story. That was a really, really good. That's a strong 9 out of 10, maybe even more. But this is I think Peter Davison at his best. If the sad thing about Peter Davison was, I think he really hit his best when he did Caves of Androzani. His last story. So yeah, but this I think is really not quite as great as Caves of Androzani, but it's up there as one of his better stories. I would put it around Snake Dance. Okay, if you're gonna rank it somewhere, Snake Dance level. That's my own personal scale, because I happen to like Snake Dance. I like but if you hated it, you might. I don't. This has no connection to Snake Dance at all. But I get to my own personal rankings. Let me know what you think. My name is Phila Beck, and the Rabbi from Another Planet. Please like, share, and subscribe. Ring the little bell so you're notified when new videos drop. And anything else I can tell you? Stay tuned. Oh, the person who won, who was it? Terry? I think won Trial of the Time Lord. Here, it's going in the mail today. I'm sorry, I've been waiting to get mailing equipment, packaging stuff to put it in the mail. And Amazon have just started doing free delivery to Israel. And so our first orders started to pile in today, along with it. It's crazy. I had a neighbor who bought toilet paper from Amazon because it's just cheaper with free delivery. Okay, so we got all the Amazon packaging. Your thing's going to go out in a repurposed Amazon bag. We have a lot more giveaways coming up. We got complete second series, the Tennant, David Tennant's first series, E-Space trilogy, Dalek War. What's it good for? John Pertwee. The specials on Blu-ray. Yeah, and the Donna season. And also the Martha season. But, you know who Martha is. Oh, I better show it because they're going to say, oh, you didn't show Martha because she's a woman, or she's like dark-skinned, or it's like some stupid thing. So here's the Donna season. There you go. People, it's so weird. You've got to watch out for people being crazy. So, and again, Let me know what you think. Let me if I've ever steered you wrong with any of my reviews, let me know. I apologize, but I really think this one I would get it on download. It was just a good solid adventure, which I recommend. Thanks so much for listening. Have a great day.